It's been 6 months of wanting to create a personal brand, and finally, I've created this YouTube channel. And in this channel, as always, the purpose is to share with you my learning phase and share with you tips on how you can navigate through the whole learning phase as an upcoming tech individual. Well, in today's video, I want to share with you on if learning code in your 20s is a good idea or not. I myself, I'm in my 20s and I'm learning how to code, and I didn't just come up with this idea out of random. The purpose of coming up with this idea was simply because I'm in the real estate space, and currently in this space which I'm in, I want to do much more. I decided to say, okay, why don't I learn a couple of tools from the tech space and see how I can incorporate it into the real estate field. And that's where the idea of property technology came into place. And currently I'm going through a full stack web development program, and in this program I'm learning the fundamentals of web development and how I can develop websites for the purpose of serving a particular need. Not just websites alone, but web applications as well, and how I can serve a particular need. And that's where I then pivoted into learning one or two in the tech space. Alright, so now, how does this help you solve a problem? Simply, learning anything about the tech space or learning how to code in your 20s is not a bad idea. But you still need to consider a whole lot of things first. Like, what is the major reason for you wanting to learn how to code in the tech space? Is it because of money? Is it because of other resources and the rest? Well, you see, I don't just want this video to be like, oh, I'm sharing tips, I'm telling you do this, telling you do that, telling you do that. No, you already know what to do. If at all I'm going to tell you to do anything, it's what comes to your mind that you're eventually going to do at the end of the day. And all I'm saying might end up being gibberish. Learning how to code in your 20s is going to take a lot of time, given to the fact that coding initially is a lot of work. I mean, there are several languages you must learn them because it's a necessity. If you don't learn them, I mean, you cannot advance in the tech space. You get me? So coding, like I said, is a lot of work, so you need to dedicate time. And now you need to know, are you going to major on a particular aspect of tech, or are you going to do all-rounder? Because we both know you cannot do all of it at once, because if you say you want to do all of it at once, you might end up crashing. Do you get me? So the most important thing you need to do is pick a particular side which you're going to focus on. You get me? If you pick a particular side which you're going to focus on, for instance, I want to major on the back end due to the fact that we back-end devs, we build mainly APIs. I'm not really a UI user interface kind of guy, because it's design is a lot of work. You see, and again now, your time is very important. As an adult which you are, being in your 20s, you need to know how to navigate, like you need to know how to allot your time properly. Because once you understand how to allot your time, you know the amount of time you're going to dedicate to learning a particular skill in this tech space. Because once you know how you're going to allot your time, to learn a particular language isn't going to be work. Okay, so recently we got done with our front-end program this month actually. Now we are moving on to the back-end, and we have an option of either doing Node.js for the back-end or doing Python for the back-end. Well, I opted in for Python, and the main reason why I opted in for Python is simply because I feel like Python is something I know to an extent, because I've been doing like previous research about Python even before I had come into this tech institute which I'm currently in. So me just having that fundamental knowledge, it's something which I can build on. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, I'm not saying you cannot go and learn Node.js if you want to learn Node.js. No, Node.js in a sense can be self-taught. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? you can teach yourself how to do Node.js, how to work with Node.js later on if you set your mind to it. So it's not really a hassle. It's more like you knowing what you really want to do. So yeah, that aside, after choosing Python and wanting to build on the knowledge which I currently have, well, I'm going through the Python phase for the backend. So basically, Python and Flask, which I'll be working with. Then for the database, I'll be working with PostgreSQL. Yeah. Now, moving on. In your 20s, you can learn anything which you want to learn. Even if you didn't start at an earlier stage, like 10-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, any of that, even if you didn't start at that stage, it's fine. You don't necessarily need to start at that stage and say, oh, by the time I would have gotten to about 20 years old, I would have been a good, some Tiger Woods kind of vibes. But no, that's not needed. You get me? So the most important thing is, now you're in your 20s, you have to lock in, bro. The most important thing is locking in, because what differentiated you from your younger self to where you are currently now is the ability to focus. Assuming if you learned how to code at a younger stage, all you still need to have during that time is still the ability to focus, heads in, locked in. You feel me? It's the same thing which you need to have now. At this current stage, you need to have the ability to focus. Once you have the ability to focus, bro, you can literally do anything. You can literally learn this whole tech thing in about 6 months. And by tech thing, I mean learn this whole particular aspect of tech which you're going through in 6 months, bro. 6 months might not be the ideal time, but bro, you've had like a fundamental, like a solid foundation on the phase which you're actually learning. You get, so like if you're focusing on front end, you have like a solid foundation of front end for that like space of 6 months, to the extent that, for instance, most people, they're blessed whereby they can get a job in a matter of just 6 months after learning the whole tech thing. That's different. They are different kinds of people. You don't know the amount of work they've been putting in the background. But the major thing is, if you're able to put in the amount of work and put in the amount of energy or focus into what you're planning on doing, bro, sis, you're going to be able to get that tech job in a matter of 6 months. To have like a community or a particular person which you follow on a consistent basis. That's why having an instructor is important, because your instructor is your close mentor. It might not mentor you when you go back home, but if you have the recording videos of your instructor putting you through the whole text-based training, you can go through his videos and be watching that videos in your home space. That's like closed door mentorship, even if it's recorded. So working hand in hand with your instructor by asking the necessary questions, asking him, so okay, which side am I to focus on? Which side am I to major in? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? All those kind of questions is like a building block for you. Do you understand? It's like a building block for you in a sense that you're able to learn the necessary things and not scatter yourself everywhere in wanting to learn every other thing. And at the end of the day, you feel like you wasted your time, and is this space really for you? You don't think it is. No, that's not needed. You just need to know the right things. Like they all say, knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is indeed power. So you just really need to know the necessary things. And bro, put yourself on the right track. Yeah, feel free to share your takeouts on this video in the comment section if you want to, and also leave a like if you feel like I did something in this video that you liked. I would highly appreciate it if you can help me subscribe to this YouTube channel so I could post more content like this and actually see that people are learning and gaining a few things from what I'm sharing. So this is my whole phase, and subsequently I'll be sharing coding videos and some web applications which I'll be building by myself. But for the meantime, I just want us to get to know each other. All right, thank you so much. Cheers.